When you first buy a Porsche 911, it feels like you've bought perfection. You think the engineers in Stuttgart thought of absolutely everything. But after the honeymoon phase fades, you realize they missed a few things. Whether it's ugly regulatory lights or vulnerability to rock chips, the car isn't actually optimized for the real world just yet. So today, we're fixing that. I'm breaking down the top 5 must-have accessories for your 911, and I don't mean cheap keychains. I'm talking about the essential first mods that seasoned owners swear by to protect and perfect their investment. Let's dive in. Let's start with the most obvious aesthetic flaw on the car. Item number 1 is the clear side marker lights. If you live in Europe, you can ignore this part because you guys already got the good version of the car. But if you are in North America, we need to talk about the pumpkin. Due to Department of Transportation regulations here in the US, every car requires an amber reflector and light on the front side of the bumper. Now, on a Toyota Camry, you probably don't notice it, but the Porsche 911 is a piece of sculpture. It has these beautiful, sweeping lines that run from the headlights down to the wheel arches. And right there, interrupting that beautiful design, is a bright, cheap-looking orange plastic rectangle. It is honestly baffling how much this one little piece of plastic ruins the profile of the car. If you have a car painted in GT silver, chalk, black, or agate gray, that orange marker sticks out like a sore thumb. It clashes with the paint. It breaks the visual flow. Enthusiasts literally call it the wart. The solution is incredibly simple, and it is almost always the very first thing a new owner buys. You need to swap them out for the European spec clear side markers. These are OEM Porsche parts in most cases, though there are high-quality aftermarket LED versions as well. They're clear glass or plastic that blends perfectly into the bumper. They have a silver or gray housing inside, so when they're off, they disappear into the bodywork. But they still light up amber when you use your turn signals or turn on your headlights, so you stay safe and visible. The best part about this mod is the installation. You do not need a mechanic, you do not need to lift the car. On the 991 and 992 generations, the process is laughably easy. You don't even need a screwdriver. You literally reach into the wheel well, or sometimes you can just push on the light housing itself and compress a little metal spring clip. The light pops out, you unplug the wire, you plug in the new clear one, and you snap it back in. It takes less than 5 minutes for both sides. It costs usually between $100 and $200, depending on where you buy them, and it instantly makes the car look $5,000 more expensive. It cleans up the lines and makes the car look the way the designers actually sketched it. If you do nothing else to your car, do this. Get rid of the pumpkin. Moving on to item number 2, this one is less about vanity and more about survival. We need to talk about radiator grille guards. This is the one accessory that I genuinely get angry about. I cannot believe Porsche does not include these from the factory on the standard Carrera models. If you buy a GT3 or a GT3 RS, they come with mesh screens protecting the front air intakes. But if you buy a Carrera S, a GTS, or a Turbo, you just get these gaping, wide-open holes in the front bumper. If you walk out to your 911 right now and look into the front air intakes, you will see your air conditioning condensers and your radiators completely exposed. There is nothing stopping a rock, a bird, a pile of leaves, or a piece of tire rubber from flying directly into those fins at 70 miles per hour. And here's the reality. It's not a matter of if it happens, it's a matter of when. I have seen 911s with 5,000 miles on them where the radiators look like the surface of the moon. They are dented, mashed, and clogged with debris. And the worst case scenario is a large rock puncturing the radiator. If that happens, you are leaking coolant, your engine overheats, and you are stranded on the side of the road. To fix that, you have to replace the radiator. And on a 911, that means removing the front bumper, draining the system, replacing the part, and putting it all back together. You are looking at a repair bill in the thousands of dollars, all because of a 10-cent rock. So the must-have accessory here is a set of aftermarket grille meshes. There are 2 main companies that everyone uses, Zunsport and Renline. Zunsport grills are fantastic because for most models, they are designed to be installed without removing the bumper. They have a clever clip system that locks them in place from the outside. It takes about 20 minutes to install in your driveway. Renline grills are a bit more involved. They usually require you to take the bumper off to screw them in from the back. It's a bit more work, but it offers a very factory integrated look. Whichever route you go, the result is the same. You get a black wire mesh that sits in front of the radiators. It allows air to pass through freely so you don't lose any cooling performance, but it bounces rocks and debris harmlessly away. Plus, aesthetically, it actually looks really cool. It gives the front of the car a more aggressive, motorsport-inspired look, similar to the GT3. Think of this as the cheapest insurance policy you will ever buy. Do not wait until you have a puncture to buy these. Buy them now. Item number 3 brings us inside the car. A lot of people buy a 911 with the intention of it being a garage queen. They think they will only drive it on sunny Sundays. But the truth is, the 911 is the best daily driver sports car in the world. And because it's so good, you are going to end up driving it everywhere. You'll drive it to work, to the gym, and eventually you'll get caught in the rain. The standard carpet floor mats that come with the car are luxurious, sure. They're plush and they have the Porsche lettering, but they are terrible at handling real life. If you track mud, water, or road salt onto those carpets, it is very difficult to clean. And if moisture seeps through the mat into the actual floor insulation of the car, you start to get that old car mildew smell that never goes away. You need high-quality, all-weather floor liners. Now, please, do not go to your local auto parts store and buy those generic rubber mats that you have to cut with scissors. This is a $100,000 car. Let's treat it with some respect. You have two great options here. If you want to keep the OEM look, Porsche sells Tequipment rubber mats. They fit perfectly. They use the factory locking clips so they don't slide under the pedals, and they have the silhouette of the car embossed on them. They look very classy. However, if you live in an area with snow or heavy rain, I actually recommend going with WeatherTech. Their floor liners are laser measured and they have a raised lip that goes up the sides of the footwell. This creates a bucket effect. You could spill an entire coffee in your footwell and the WeatherTech mat would hold it all without a drop touching your carpet. But we aren't done with protection yet. We also need to talk about the frunk, the front trunk. The hood of the 911 is made of aluminum. It's very light, which is great for weight distribution, but it's also very soft. A common tragedy for new 911 owners is what we call the frunk dent. This happens when you overpack the front trunk, maybe with a gym bag or a hard suitcase, and you try to close the hood. If something hard inside the bag presses up against the underside of the hood while you're pushing down, it can create a reverse dent, a little bump poking out of your hood. It is heartbreaking, and because of the location, paintless dent repair guys charge a fortune to fix it. To prevent this, you should buy a frunk liner or a hood protector. This is a padded insert that attaches to the underside of the hood lid. It acts like a cushion. If you overpack, the padding absorbs the pressure rather than the aluminum skin of the hood. Combined with a rubber bin liner for the bottom of the frunk to catch spills, your cargo area is basically bulletproof.
Item number 4 is about modernizing the cabin without ruining the vibe. If you drive a 911, let's be honest, you are probably driving somewhat quickly. It is a fast car, and it begs to be driven fast. For many of us, that means running a radar detector or a dash cam. However, nothing looks tackier than a high-end luxury interior cluttered with messy wires. You see it all the time, a radar detector stuck to the middle of the windshield with suction cups that fall off in the heat, and a curly telephone cord dangling down the dashboard plugged into the cigarette lighter in the center console. It looks cheap. It looks like a rental car. The must-have here isn't just the detector itself, but the mounting system. I cannot recommend a company called Blend Mount enough. They make custom billet aluminum mounts that clamp directly onto the stem of your rearview mirror. It's incredibly secure. It doesn't shake, it doesn't fall off, and it tucks your radar detector, whether it's a Valentine 1, an Escort, or a Uniden, right up underneath the mirror. It looks like it came that way from the factory. But the real magic trick is how you power it. You need to pair this mount with something called a mirror tap. Most modern 911s have a powered rear view mirror for the auto dimming feature. The mirror tap is a tiny cable with little prongs that slide into the back of the mirror's wire harness. This allows you to steal power directly from the mirror itself. So instead of a 3-foot cable running across your dashboard, you have a 3-inch cable that is completely invisible. The detector turns on when you start the car and turns off when you shut it down. It is seamless. This keeps your field of view clear, it keeps your dashboard clean, and it maintains that high-end cockpit feel. If you aren't comfortable doing the wiring yourself, any decent car audio shop can do it in 30 minutes. It is a small detail, but it elevates the daily driving experience significantly. Finally, we arrive at item number 5. This is the accessory that transforms your 911 from a weekend toy into a legitimate grand tourer. We are talking about custom-fitted luggage. The trunk space in a 911 is actually surprisingly deep, but it is shaped strangely. It's a deep well that is narrow at the bottom, wider at the top, and slanted at the front. If you try to throw your standard rectangular carry-on suitcase in there, you are going to waste about 30 to 40% of the available space. The square corners of the bag just don't mesh with the curves of the car. If you are planning a road trip with a partner, that wasted space is precious. Companies like Roadster Bag and even Porsche Design themselves make luggage sets that are specifically engineered for the geometry of the 911 frunk. We are talking about wedge-shaped suitcases that slide into the bottom of the well, and then wider bags that stack perfectly on top. It's like playing Tetris, but you win every time. With a fitted luggage set, you can easily pack a week's worth of clothes for 2 people. It prevents your bags from sliding around and banging into the walls of the trunk while you are carving up canyon roads. There's also a psychological element to this. When you pack your fitted luggage and slot it perfectly into the nose of the car, you feel sophisticated. You feel like you're living the lifestyle the car was designed for. It makes the car feel more usable, more practical, and more capable. So there you have it. That is my list of the top 5 must-have accessories for the Porsche 911. To recap, clear side markers to clean up the aesthetics, radiator grille guards to protect your investment, all-weather floor and frunk liners to handle the daily grind, a blend mount and mirror tap to integrate your tech seamlessly, fitted luggage to unlock the car's touring potential. Are there other mods? Absolutely. We could talk about exhaust systems, ECU tunes, spacers, or suspension upgrades, but those are subjective. Those change the way the car drives and sounds, and not everyone wants that. The 5 items I listed today are universal. Whether you have a base Carrera or a Turbo S, these accessories simply make the ownership experience better. They solve the problems that the factory left behind, and they let you enjoy the car without worrying about rock chips, dirty carpets, or messy wires. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. If you are a 911 owner, what was the very first thing you bought for your car? Did I miss something that you think is essential? Let me know down below. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, it really helps the channel out, and subscribe for more content on living with, maintaining, and enjoying these incredible machines. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Drive safe.